The Late Show host Stephen Colbert has just proven that he's the dumbest liberal alive with an insane gun control demand. You don't want to miss this? It's so crazy. Yeah, I'll agree that he's gotta be smoking something. Someone needs to tell Congresswomen Maxine Waters DCA and Nancy Pelosi DCA to step aside and let talk show host Stephen Colbert claim the title of the dumbest liberal in America. Colbert earned the title after recently claiming on his show that until something is done about gun control, no one over the age of 18 should be allowed to vote. Ads by Rev Content. Colbert began by saying that, following the tragedy in Parkland, Florida, elected officials are not seriously considering efforts to enact new laws that would ban assault weapons. He then spoke about the students, some of whom were survivors of the deadly shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. There is one group that gives me hope that we can protect the children, and sadly, it's the children, Colbert offered. The students from Parkland, Florida, as Daily Caller reports. Colbert then made his outrageous demand during his show on Tuesday, February 20, 2018, warning from God discovered in human DNA health revelations. Ads by Rev Content. Find out more. Greater than 10,617. The liberal talk show host told his CBS audience, the adults aren't cutting it anymore. He continued, it's more than just words. These kids are taking action, organizing a series of school walkouts across the country and a march in Washington. These kids are inspiring. The only reason I walked out of class was to go behind the school and study. According to the New York Times, Colbert continued to praise students' activism by saying, today, these kids bust to Tallahassee to ask lawmakers, to beg lawmakers, to reinstate the assault weapons ban, the very weapons that were used to their classmates. And with these students watching from the gallery, those legislators proved they heard their anguished cries and voted no anyway. Ads by Rev Content. Check out new options for dental implants. Find deals now. Dental implant choice sponsored. These hearing aids are selling out fast here.com. Leaked Obama video stuns liberals. Watch his guilty face at 033 Alliance for Advanced Health. He continued, well, I hope these kids don't give up because this is their lives and their future. Someone else may be in power, but this country belongs to them. And there is reason for hope. Look at the Me Too movement. A lot of men in power did not see that coming. But it proved that change can happen overnight, and this is an election year. So, if you want to see change, you have to go to the polls and tell the people who will not protect you that their time is up. There is so much idiocy in Colbert's emotionally saturated rant that it's hard to know where to begin. First of all, a mass shooting is no reason to let kids of any age dictate government policy. Unfortunately, many of the kids in our public school system have been brainwashed by liberals. Others have a hard enough time meeting state performance requirements due to the poor education being provided to them. I think Colbert's let the children lead suggestion is pure liberal insanity. Liberals often resort to this kind of nonsensical action during a crisis. The do what makes me feel good approach they employ often ends with disastrous results. Common sense needs to take the lead in the national conversation over gun safety instead of Colbert's idiotic approach. Keep in mind that liberals will pounce on every opportunity and/or crisis to push their agenda to completely disarm law-abiding Americans. These hearing aids will change your life here.com. Ads by Rev Content. Find out more. Greater than 6,564. In times such as these, people like Stephen Colbert will point out the loss of life and horror of a mass shooting but will completely avoid other facts that don't fit the liberal agenda. Week after week, law-abiding Americans across the country are able to save their own lives and the lives of their loved ones because they were armed and ready to confront evil when necessary. Those stories don't make the big headlines or talk show circuits because there is a huge bias against law-abiding gun owners who refuse to become victims.